Really sucks. I don't have can't do my little videos, but whatever. So, unlike these other people, I don't have time to sit here and, hey, Miss Wendy, look, I'm just going to clear up some more stuff because the lies continue about me. The fucking narrative continues that I was behind all the shit going on with Geneva and Amber C. They both fucking told you I wasn't, but you keep going on saying I was. So fuck you. I'm not doing you any favors. I told you I barely have time to myself to fucking eat at this fucking point in my life. But you want me to sit here and spend hours and hours and hours playing your mother's phone call for you and do you that fucking favor when why? You're not going to stop talking to my abusive fucking ex. You know he's abusive. You've seen the fucking documents. You still want to talk to him. You're not going to quit talking to Amy, who's a fucking liar through and through. You're not going to stop fucking feeding shit to them for her to then go to my son, feed it to him, and get him upset. But I'm supposed to do you favors. Fuck you every fucking way there is to fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. And to sit here and say, well, what did I do to see that even warranted any of this? Oh, let's see. The DW shit that you continue to threaten me with fucking 5 fucking years. How about we start there? How about you doxing my loved one that passed away over and over and over and over and over and over and over again because you think you have connection to him because you knew him when he was a child. How about that shit? How about you getting the body cam of him being found deceased, my sister finding him fucking deceased, and her immediate reaction when she called the cops? You got the body cam and started threatening that you were going to play that. How about you going in chats and telling everybody details about how he passed away when you don't even know the fucking story about how he actually passed away, and it wasn't what you're saying it was? How about that? How about you threatening to interview his mother who just lost her son, who my sister and her were not good because of all the shit that happened during their time together and the stuff he was doing? How about that? You threatening to interview her. How about that fucking shit? How about playing my son's videos over and over and over and over and over and over and over again for 2 fucking years? And not only that, passing it to anybody who fucking argued with me. Bitch, how about that? But you want to piss and moan because the one picture I posted on my Instagram because you were live again talking about my son. You were again threatening you're going to interview him. I said, anybody that can deal with this and think this okay can't fucking judge me as a parent. And you send me an email saying, did you post this? Yeah, you sure? You bet your ass I posted that on my Instagram with 8 fucking people. Like, to sit here and say, what did I do? Are you fucking good? How about you offering to pay money if they will come to where I live and put up fucking flyers for you? And you posted that not once or twice, but 3 fucking times. Did you try to bribe someone to come put flyers up in the fucking area? How about you threaten me on over? How about all the times you threatened me to interview Keaton and Amy over and over fucking over? Like, what did you do? Bitch, go fuck yourself. How about, me and my husband, real class, we almost pulled up on you. Fuck you, bitch. That'd be the last thing you'd want to do. Trust and believe. But you're now going to say, like, even though they both told you I was not behind all this shit that they did, and I didn't even fucking know about 98% of it, you're still saying, oh, Sela was involved with every bit of it. No, the fuck, I wasn't. I was trying to get you stopped, not continue this shit. But you want to put that phone call with the sergeant behind paywall so you can do your own fucking narrative? Fuck you. I'll play it myself. So, actually, fuck, I don't even know if I can. Sorry, let me get it from my phone because I don't think I can share things. Hold on, let me see. Like, I try to do what's right and hand that to you so you could see the fucking truth, but you still are twisting the fucking narrative. Also, I made up nothing to that sergeant. I did not make up a damn thing I told him. Everything I told him was verbatim what your mother told me. And still to this moment, I still believe her over you. That's the fucking truth. I still believe your mother over you. Your mother never said any of the sexual shit that was said in the CPS report. That's the truth. So when she said, no, how dare you accuse me of that? Because she didn't say the sexual shit. Now, we'll say this. And Geneva, you're just going to get pissed off at me. You and Amber C both are the ones that thought there was something sexual going on, something more to the story. You and her are both the ones that try to say, I need to call CPS. I need to call CPS. I need to call CPS. How convenient, Amber C, you only record when I'm like, I know that something needs to be done. I just don't know what. Right? Yeah, talk about the fucking eyeball. What else? The only stalker in this fucking community. That there would have been no phone call. And for you to sit here and say, oh, she probably called CPS after. Are you good? That's the only fucking reason I try to call the victim's advocate in my state and give a generalized story about what was going on without names to find out what they thought I should do. And they're like, you need to call her local PD and tell them. So I did. Guess what? None of that would have fucking happened if it wasn't pounded into me for 30 minutes, probably even longer, that if he does something to himself or someone in the household or does something at a school, that I would go to jail for it. Just like the kid who had done school shootings and the parents knew that he was having thoughts and the parents had weapons in the home and they knew about his thoughts about it and they didn't report to authorities and now they're in fucking prison. That's literally what they were trying to tell me could happen to me because I knew about it. I was like, but I'm not even part of the fucking family. It's not my responsibility. Like, yeah, but you were told. The mom's clearly not going to do it, so you have to do it. And with Amber C being someone that works in the legal field, I fucking believed her, man. I fucking believed her. Those bitches 150% set me up and tried to frame me for that CPS shit. Like the fucking, like I'm so disgusted with both of them. I'm so fucking disgusted with both of them. So anyways, here's a fucking phone call to the sergeant. And again, everything that I say in the call was exactly what your mother told me. A mother who has been a nurse for 30, 40 years, a mother who has custody of your daughter at this point, a mother who was just trying to defend your daughter against your husband. And I wasn't ever going to speak of this, but you want to keep fucking flipping this narrative about trying to, see what just made all this shit up. No, I will let you listen to the phone call and I will tell you exactly what your mother said, but I don't have long to be on here. I've got to get to fucking work. I got to get ready, but I have a little bit of time. So let's listen. You're not going to put this behind a fucking paywall and make it look like a twist everything I fucking said.
So that's the only way I could give it to you before you listen to it. First off, I'm going to fast forward where my name is mentioned because in case you decide to play this elsewhere, I don't want to be doxxed. I know everybody gets off on that. Please don't. I'm trying to do you a favor by letting you listen to this. Second, everything I told the officer, your mom told me, and it's in the recorded phone call. You could ask Amber Geneva. They could vouch for everything I'm about to say to the cop. Third, they had me believing I would go to jail if something happened to your son, whether it be.
And let me also say this, for you to continue to try to get out from you being behind my son to those videos, go fuck yourself, Brooke. You're 150% why those videos existed. If you were not in constant contact with that psycho bitch Amy and telling her lies and twisting everything I fucking said over here with your fucking conspiracies, she would have never went to my son with her bullshit, making him think I was doing something I wasn't. Speaking about against the abuse he did to me, I absolutely did. It's my fucking right to do. I kept his secrets for a long fucking time during the marriage. Didn't tell hardly anybody what he was doing to me. I don't have to do that no more, bitch. I'm allowed to speak out against it if I fucking want to. And I told that straight to my son. I'm allowed to speak out against it. But all that other shit you added into it is why it fucking happened. Just like y'all say, oh, she called while she was in Austin and told the police that Keaton came to her sister's house, broke down the door. That never fucking happened. What I said is I didn't want him having my address because in the past, he has gone around breaking down my fucking doors when he's got my address. That's a fucking fact. So again, without your involvement, it would have never fucking happened. And you say you're still going to talk to him. So again, why would I spend hours of my day giving you your mother's phone call for you to sit here and continue with your bullshit? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing you any more fucking favors. As you are begging me to do this shit for you, you're sitting there doxing me on QD tab, calling me nicknames, accusing me of lying, even though the phone call proves I was telling the truth. But whatever. So yeah, I decided I'm not doing any fucking favors anymore. I'm not. I don't owe you a fucking thing after the shit you put me through. And you did it non-stop. So again, this bullshit. What have I ever done to see what? Are you fucking kidding me? God almighty, you pissed me off. But you're the one, after my son uploaded his first video, you're the one that sat there and got the link to his first video and put it on Reddit so it'd be spread like wildfire through the fucking community. That's your fucking fault. You're the one that fucking did that. You're the one, the reason they had the fucking shit. If you say, oh, I absolutely refuse to do an interview. That's not what you said. You wanted to do the fucking interview, but you did it because you needed to get backlash. That's the fucking truth. That's the only reason you didn't do it, because you would get backlash. And it's the people in the group chat that had to talk you out of fucking doing it. You didn't immediately say, oh, absolutely not. I would never do that like I did with your daughter. No, you said you were talking about it. You were thinking about it in the group chat. The people in the group chat are the ones that told you it's a bad fucking idea. Stay away from it. So you're like just telling the creator of the channel do it himself. And then you shared the links to everybody. And then you passed it around and played it for 2 fucking years. Like the audacity. I had nothing to do with that shit being out there. I had nothing to do with your daughter putting her shit out there. I didn't talk to her beforehand. I didn't talk to her afterwards. I didn't tell her what to do. I didn't tell her where to go. I didn't send her off to other people. Nothing. That's actually not being involved with that shit.
Abuse, neglect, whatever. They said if something went south,
Oh, I'm mad.
I could go to jail for knowing the information and not calling CPS. That I'm a mandated reporter, that everybody's a mandated reporter, and we have to call, or it could be a criminal charge. So they truly had me believe that, which that's saying I had to call CPS. I had to call CPS. I said, no, I refuse. I'll just call the victim's advocate in my state, not give out her name, just tell them the generalized story and ask advice, which that victim's advocate said, you need to call the local PD in her area and ask them because they have different rules and different laws. So I hung up and called them, and that's when I recorded it. Also, one of the biggest reasons they were trying to guilt me and making me think that something's going to go bad in the family and I'm going to be in trouble is your mom said your son was hearing voices and that his mental health was being neglected, that you have not taken him to seek treatment, even though he's told you he's been hearing voices, and even though he's told you that he's hearing voices that tells him he hates his parents, and that you're refusing to take him to go get help, and that you just shrugged it off. To which Geneva and Amber on the three-way private StreamYard said, Siwa, there's guns in that house. If he gets a hold of a gun and does a school shooting, you could be responsible. Look at the people going to jail because they knew something was off and they didn't call. Like, the parents of the shooters. And they also said, or he could hurt himself, or he could get that gun and kill his parents. And you knew all along you didn't do nothing. I was like, but that's the mom's job. And they said, yeah, but she's obviously not going to do anything, so you have to. So again, my only way to fix that was ask the detective, because as long as an authority knew, he could take it from there, and I wouldn't be held responsible for anything. But he agreed with me it's your mom's job and Marley's job to report the things that they were saying, not me. And I totally agree with that. So it gave me a lot of relief when he said that it's okay, I don't have to do anything.
Okay.
I'm going to fast forward the doxing.
And if you can't see from the title, it says Brooks ears only, because that's the way it was supposed to be. But again, now you want to put it behind a paywall and twist what I fucking said and still add and try to tie me into the shit that Geneva and Amber C were doing when they both told you I didn't fucking know. I knew about them contacting your lawyer shit after it happened. I don't even know how long after it happened did they fucking tell me. Right? I knew about that. And then that's the only shit I fucking knew. That's all I fucking knew. So what are you talking about? Oh, they did it all in unison. Fuck you for adding that shit.
Of my name.
Filed a RO again. Was really, really bad stuff about how Brooke sending her daughter to go buy drugs for her.
I just fast forwarded like 5 seconds.
Okay, so right there where I said your mom said she has your daughter's phone because she pays the bill and she has seen the messages herself where you were telling her to go buy substances for you and your husband. And that even your mom even said, not only did you do that, but in the same day, that same fucking day, your daughter asked you for money to go get her asthma inhaler. And you said not until she goes and gets the substances. That's what she fucking said. It's in the phone call, but with the way you're going, I ain't giving you a fucking thing. Ask your mother, ask Geneva, ask Amber C. They fucking heard it. If you don't believe them, then why are you asking us shit? How about that?
Past my name.
Her husband, and she's been doing that for years. How that the Brooke and her husband beat on the girl Marley, which she's not in the house anymore, to be clear, but she used to beat on the children the child all the time.
With that, your daughter uploaded all the images and said exactly what fucking happened to her. Your mom told me that your husband was drunk and mad at your daughter. Your daughter was hiding behind her door in her fucking bedroom. He split the door in multiple, like in two, split the door down the fucking middle, went in there, and I'm not going to say all the rest of the details. That it's just so fucking horrible. But the details are so specific. I absolutely do not believe they're fucking lying. That's the fucking truth. I don't, because what your mom said matched up exactly to what she said. And not only that, your mom said you called her that night saying, could you and the kids go to her house because you were scared of your husband? And your mom said, sure, come on over. And then you said, oh, I might have to work. I'll call you back and let you know. And then she never heard from you again in that situation. And then she's the one that took your daughter to the police to make the reports and file charges. And that it didn't only happen one time, it happened multiple times. So again, if you got an issue with it, take it up with your mother and your daughter, not me. I didn't make that shit up. The pictures were on fucking Reddit. Anybody on Reddit saw it too.
Jason's been arrested once for beating on Marley, but he's beat on her multiple times. But what's concerning is also the grandmother told me how the little boy has been hearing voices lately and saying that he hates his parents and that Jason, he has access to guns and takes them out hunting all the time. And so I don't want me to get in trouble for anything if I don't make y'all aware of it. And I'm also to ask, what should I do in regards to the information that I was told? Because it's really bad stuff.
Okay. Where does Brooke, okay, first, how old is Brooke?
Oh,
Okay, Kelly. And
oh, that was my name right there. Dang it. I should have fast forward through at the very beginning, but all it says, I'm calling about Brooke Graham. Her mom had recently got in contact with me and told me a bunch of stuff about Jason beating on the daughter, Marty. So that's all I said.
I'm just making a few notes so I can follow up on this. So Brooke was harassing you, is that correct?
She's been stalking me, yeah, for 4 years, going on 5. But I already filed an RO. Y'all should have already served.
And like even that, to even say you're not a fucking stalker, you're the one that kept doxing every fucking address every time I fucking moved. You're the one that did admit you called the fucking school. You're the one that had people call the game warden because you said, oh, I stole it, all that bullshit. You're the one that said everybody, the school should know that Siwa's daughter's still not in school. And then when someone fucking called school pretending to be me to speak to the attendance counselor, yeah, of course I thought it was tied to you. Why the fuck wouldn't I? You're the one that incited all that shit, just like you're the one that incited all the CPS calls. You're bad about CPS calling you once. Bitch, they were calling me 3 fucking times with your fucking lies. My daughter had to sit on the couch to a male fucking person she's never met before, asking her sexual shit. So yeah, I fucking know. 3 times it happened, not once. And again, it directly came from your bullshit.
Her. I don't know if y'all did. I filed it at the beginning of March. We had court date last week, but they postponed it because she hadn't been served yet. But y'all should have an RO to serve her at any point.
What type are you talking about?
Or a protective order. Sorry, not RO, a PO. It's a protective order.
Yeah, okay. So were you a victim of family violence?
No, it's stalking. That she's been making terroristic threat. She's going to beat my ass. She's going to beat my ass.
Which I have the recording of that, so don't even try to deny that. But keep in mind how many times I tell him that the issues was with the daughter who's now an adult and no longer in the house. And again, towards the end, he agreed with me. It wasn't my place. It was up to your mother and your daughter to make a report. Just like I had been saying on StreamYard to Amber and Geneva, who both continued to say, no, it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. You're the one that has the information. You're the one that has the recording. You're the one that needs to hand it over to the police officers. If something happens to them, you're going to go to jail, just like the parents of the kids who do the school shootings because they knew something was wrong and they didn't report it. And fuck you both, bitches, if y'all didn't admit to that shit. Fuck you both. Y'all know good and damn well I wasn't going to make that fucking call. Y'all pounded it into me. And again, I trusted both of you and you fucking knew it. And again, Amber, you're a part of the legal field. Of course, I thought you were telling me the truth.
And beat my ass. She's speaking to the man that raped me in prison, giving him information, speaking to my ex-husband who beat me up and my kids, telling him where we're located. Like, she's done really horrible, awful things. But I already took the steps to get that stopped. But then, like I said, her mom called last week, which I thought she was calling to complain about the RO. I thought she got served, but she was actually calling to beg for help, which I don't know why she would reach out
Just what I've always said, that I thought the mom was trying to get in contact to bitch me out, not to tattle or to vomit all the information.
to me. But I just to let you know, I did record it to protect myself, so Brooke can't go on and say I reached out to her mother, because I did not. And then the mom let me know all these horrible things that Brooke has done to the children, and what the husband has done to the children, and how Brooke was sending her daughter to go buy drugs for her. And now there's a little boy still in that household, and he's hearing voices about.
And not only that, your mother offered to send me the screenshots of proof of y'all asking your daughter to go buy you substances. Your mother offered. I just didn't ask and take them.
How he hates his parents and he has access to guns, and then Brooks, the husband, and her are doing drugs and drinking all the time, and it's a night, like it's a house of horrors.
In that instance, your mom literally said she's either snorting or smoking drugs, but it's every day. Her and him are both on dope every day, and it's making them crazy. It's making them aggressive. That's from your mother, who is a nurse.
Over there, but they're not doing anything to do something about it.
And you spoke with an officer once before about this?
I spoke not about this mom situation. No, I only spoke about what Brooke has done in the past. Like the night she said she was going to beat my fucking ass. I spoke to him, asking him. Well, I was making a report of her making, threats towards me. But he's like, they're always going out to that house because there's always drinking and fighting. She's always arguing with the kids. They've all been arrested for hitting each other, except the little boy. But the daughter also went to Reddit recently. Reddit's another platform. She went to Reddit 2 or 3 weeks ago and told everybody how her mom and the husband used to beat on her all the time, that her mom has beat her over the head with things, that they don't hit her anymore now that she's not living there.
And you can't even deny all that shit, girl. It's in the fucking the reports, the FOIAs that John read on his stream. All of that is admitted, how one or the other's getting beaten up for putting hands on the other, how the cops were called to break up you and one of the kids. Like, it's all in the fucking report. So when your mom's telling me this shit, why wouldn't I believe her? And again, you're so pissed off about me believing her. I have no reason to think that she would lie to me. What is there to gain for her lying to me about that? Also, you believe every fucking lie Amy and my ex have told you when they are proven not to be credible, when they both have fucking records, especially him. Like, I've proven that they have lied about so fucking much, but you continue to go with that fucking disgusting lies they have said about me. So fuck you. Fuck you. You believe them? Great. I believe your mother.
They used to hit her all the time. And then, like I said, the mom went to Reddit also saying that she has text messages of Brooke.
Except your mother's not a bitter ex and a bitch who is mad because I speak out about the abuse he put me through.
Having her daughter to go buy drugs for her and her husband when she was 16 years old. And she did it multiple times. But now we've got this little boy in the house stuck in all that environment, and they're still drinking and drugging and fighting all the time. And the boys have voices.
Just to be clear, your mom said that you and Jason are definitely on drugs, and it's every day. So, yes, I believe I believed your mother.
She's not getting him help because she told the mom she doesn't want CPS snooping around.
Okay. How old are these children,
Marley doesn't live there anymore because her and Brooke's fighting, but she's 19 now. She just got arrested for a felony of evading arrest and DW.
Oh, another thing.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
I found that out from Geneva.
Wait, I mean, my understanding, you play the whole thing on your stream, so I guess you don't care.
Geneva had already pulled the records in College Station of your daughter getting arrested, and she had actually requested the body cam of your daughter getting arrested, which thank God they did not give it to her because she's not tied to it. Well, I'm assuming, actually, I don't know if they didn't give it to her. She said she had asked for it, and I don't know if she ever got it or not. I'm not sure, but I know she was requesting body cam of your arrest, and then she requested body cam of Marley's. Again, I find out after the fact. I begged her to never do anything with it, and it doesn't need to be shown to anybody, and please never post anywhere, and please never give it to anybody. So, I mean, I couldn't say, don't ask for it. She had already done it, But I was like, she's a victim in all this. Just leave her. Like, she really is a victim of all this. She's been through hell. Leave her alone. And so if anything ever got posted about her arrest, actually, she said someone else posted it on Reddit. Like 2 weeks later, I think she said, oh, no, Reddit knows about Marley's arrest. How the fuck do they know about that? Like, yeah, they're all talking about her arrest. And I was like, that is so fucked up for them to go at her like that. That was nobody's business. That's the fucking truth.
The youngest that is still in the household that is at risk, the greatest risk right now, he's 10.
You know his name?
Christopher.
And you should know that's the truth, because when I did go live airing out the shit that your daughter posted on Reddit, I never once mentioned that she. I didn't want anybody to know. I really didn't. I didn't want everybody to go at her.
Okay. And prior to all this, what was your relation with Brooke? Were they friends?
Oh no, I can't stand her. I have nothing to do with her. I've been trying to get her to leave me alone for years.
I mean,
I'm just a content creator on YouTube, and she came to YouTube just to harass me, and she's been doing it nonstop for years. But every imaginable thing you could think of, every crime that she could commit towards me, she has, and it's been online and offline. I mean, it's been an ongoing thing, which my police department's already investigating her for criminal charges. Y'all already have reports on her for breaking the law.
I have the email from the detective saying he's pursuing criminal, civil charges.
Yeah, like even that shit too. You're like, oh, the detective, you made all that he was pursuing charges. Bitch, I've got the fucking emails that said he was pursuing those charges against you. That there absolutely was going to be charges. That there absolutely, I could probably get would probably be granted an RO with it when he files those charges against you. That you possibly were going to be extradited from Texas to here, and that he's the one that showed up to court and said, talk to the judge about my case. Talk to the lawyers there about my case. Had the lawyer talk to me about, why don't you go ahead and drop the ROs against Brooke, because he says that the case is pretty good against Brooke, and you'll probably be getting an RO anyways through that. So just, if it doesn't follow through, then you don't get the RO and the criminal charges, then you could come back and reapply. That's why I thought he was there to help me in a sense, because he did all those things, but then said he wasn't there for me. Then why'd you do all that? You know what I mean? Like, so you're mad that I assumed that you were there to speak toward my case. When the judge called my name, you spoke up and to say what the case was about. When the lawyer came to talk to me, she said that she had talked to you about the case and that you were pursuing charges against Brooke. And then the lawyer said that you were in the judge's chambers telling the judge about the case as well. Like, so God fucking forbid I thought you were a part of that, or thought the detective was there to help the case. Like, if he wasn't there for me, stay the fuck out of it, you know? Like, so you're even a whole shit with that. But he said you were the most disgusting person he ever seen. He hopes he never hears your name again. He hopes he never has to hear your voice again. And that he gives it to me that you are one evil, evil, evil person.
It's you.
So do you want to talk about what the detective said? That's what he fucking said about you.
That's definitely the wrong wording. He said he was looking at criminal charges against you for stalking, cyberbullying, and what was the other one? Threats, I think.
Police department said they'd give me a protective order if she got arrested.
And the proof's already on my Instagram. It's been there for months.
For anything, but like I said, y'all have a protective order just sitting there waiting to serve her, but I don't know if she has yet. But like I said, I feel like it'd be neglectful for me.
Look, I'm not gonna let anybody play this shit and twist the fucking narrative of what happened and what led me to fucking calling. Like, don't leave bits and pieces out. Do you want the whole truth out there, or you don't want the whole truth out there? Or you just still want to put out there what you can and then mute everything else and twist it to make you believe one thing or the other, or to make everybody else believe that I was just being some horrendous fucking bitch trying to get your child taken, when I've never tried to get your kids taken, bitch. I've never. You yourself try to raise money to get my daughter put with an abusive piece of shit. You yourself, a man who hasn't been in her life in years and years and years and years. She's only seen him probably 10 times total out of her fucking life. But you wanted to put her with him and take her away from a mother who's protected her all these fucking years. But you wanted to do that because you didn't like me. Like, get the fuck out of here.
To not let y'all know what was going on. Because I don't know where to go from this, because I don't want to mess up my case.
The most recent report you filed was stalking, or protective order is to be served on it?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Let me look in our system and confirm that.
And another thing, for you bitches say Steve was the one that brought her son here. No, he wanted to come here and speak on my side against his dad. And I said, I don't want you involved in it. Just stay away from it. This doesn't involve you. But of course, when Amy and Keaton got involved and got him on their side, then they're like, please put out videos. Please go against your mother. Please trust your mother. Blah, blah, blah. That's because they didn't give a fuck about what it would do to his mental health when things went south between us. I cared. I didn't want him in a situation against his dad. So fuck you, Ann, for saying that I'm the one that brought him here. No, the fuck I didn't.
Can I get your date of birth? The details of that report. Was there any mention of possible child abuse going on at that time?
No, because it was all just hearsay before then. But like I said, since two or 3 weeks ago, the mom and the child, the grandmother and the Brooke's daughter Marley have both gone to Reddit and posted the receipts of proof of Brooke's threats towards them. And they said that she makes death threats for them and everything. But like I said, then the grandmother asked me to have a phone call with her, and she pretty much vomited all this information for 2 hours about all the things that Brooke and Jason do to the kids.
It is insanity.
And which child did that?
Absolutely. I tried to say what I needed to say and leave it behind the rest behind the scenes, trying to give Brooke the answer she's after. But she continues to dox me. She continues to call me names. She continues to fucking lie on my name. She continues to twist the fucking narrative of what actually fucking happened. She continues to try to tie me to everything Amber and Geneva did when they both said I didn't fucking have anything to do with it, didn't know about it, and that I was kept in the dark for most of this shit. She continues to lie on me, but then demand answer. They only plays bits and pieces that make her sound good and make it look like I was just whacked out of my fucking mind and just doing shit for no fucking reason. When you take into account everything that was said and who it was coming from, there'd be nothing for me to believe it was a lie. Again, wouldn't have called, wouldn't have said anything if it wasn't for those two bitches saying I would go to prison if something happened.
Marley did.
Marley?
Yeah, which Brooke made her delete it since then, but people have it. Brooke said she could come back home and she'd delete the Reddit post, so she did, and then Brooke changed the key code and locked her out and made her sleep on the side of the road. So it's just a horrible
And
time.
it's so funny. Y'all don't want nothing to do with anybody mess with people's kids except when it comes to my son, except when it comes to talking shit about what happened with my daughter. When it comes to that, y'all can pull up a chair every fucking stream, can't you? How fucking hilarious is that? Every time that bitch wants to go live and talk about my son, there y'all are, first in the fucking line to listen. When she faked that she was doing an interview with my son, all you bitches went running in there to see what was going to be said. But when it comes to her, oh, you don't want to hear it and kids should be left alone. Fuck you. Y'all are so fucking hypocritical. And again, you wonder why I want nothing to do with any of you.
The situation.
Liars.
What's the status of Marley? She still live here in Lumberton? Or
She just moved back from College Station because, again, she got arrested for a DWI and evading arrest. I think recently felony charges got filed on her as an adult, like few.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Geneva let me know that too. Wait. It was either Geneva or Amber. They both said they had just caught wind that felony charges got filed.
I don't want to go into that.
So it was shitty all the way around.
Weeks ago, but she's now living with the grandma in Beaumont. But Brooke just called the cops on her 2 weeks ago. She tried to go get her clothes, and so I mean it's still ongoing between the two. But like I said, the main issue is Christopher being stuck in that.
yeah, that sounds like a mess.
And I would have mentioned that tonight on my live stream, but it's not my place to tell YouTube about what your daughter went through.
Which
at
was the
college and
plan.
why she's not in college anymore. Again,
But again, you want to play bits and pieces of the phone call to make it still look like I was just being vicious. No, the fuck I wasn't.
I didn't want that to be out. So, but you have a right to know.
It is, and I have the phone call recorded between me and the mother. If you would feel like you need to listen to it to get the full scope of it.
Which he never asked for.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what direction to go.
Keep in mind, the whole CPS call was centered around the sleeping arrangements. And Senator Brooke said, it was being said to CPS that I beat my son. That's never said in my phone call to the sergeant. Once again, proving the CPS call did not come from that. It came from one of those other bitches. That's the fucking truth. But you continue to say otherwise.
Right.
I mean, it sounds like Marley would have the first-hand information and would be better served for her to speak with the police instead of going online and posting things on Reddit. You know what I mean? If there's actual abuse or neglect or things going on in the household, that would be the proper thing to do.
Right. I agree. And I told the grandmother too that she needs to do something about it, but she doesn't want CPS. Like Brooke's worried about CPS.
Allegations. They're reaching out doing something like that instead of going to the police first.
Agreed.
That's where things get kind of watered down. You know what I mean?
Well, they did actually go to y'all before about Jason abusing Marley, and they've been a few times, but I think.
And again, you tell me I'm not supposed to believe that when she posted the pictures herself and they're horrific pictures. That was posted on Reddit for thousands of people to see. All of those pictures. She showed pictures of her hair being pulled out. She showed pictures of not of her head. She showed pictures of her legs being bruised up, everything. That was thousands of people saw that shit. But you wanted me to sit here and believe that I mean, you're like, if everybody knows the truth to that story. Unless she did that to herself, and I don't believe anybody could have done that to themselves. Everything else is fucked up and wrong.
Got just probation for beating up Marley, but Marley said on Reddit it was happening all the time, and that Brooke was hitting her too all the time.
Yeah, and
Which-
the problem is, it can't be shown to be credible. Things that are posted online. You know what I mean? That's those things are going on that you should report it to the police, not they can post online. That's a form of. It could be false information. It could be slander. It could be true. Who knows? That's not the proper way to go about that.
I agree.
Clearly, the cop is on the same boat. That it's up to the mom and the daughter to make the call if they are truly worried and they know that what they're saying is true. Just like I had been saying on Private StreamYard to Amber and Geneva, that it's the mom's place, not mine. I'm not tied to the family. I don't know the family. I wasn't there to witness any of the shit. It's not my fucking place.
It was Marley.
I'm gonna check in our system and see what reports have been made, if there's anything involving that or any kind of neglect or abuse towards the kids, and I'll see if there's a status of an open CPS investigation going on and kind of go from there.
Yeah, I don't think CPS knows about it.
Like I said, at any time we can go about residents, do a knock and talk, check the welfare of the kids.
And yeah, she's given a pass to Geneva and Amber, believing everything they say, hook, line, and sinker. She believes everything they're fucking telling her. But when it comes to Siwa didn't know, we did this, we kept this from her, then, oh no, you don't believe that. You still believe I knew all along. Again, why would I do you any fucking favors? I spent 3 or 4 hours of my time just recording this to give to you, and you're still doxing and calling me names and then did a live and continue to blame me for every fucking thing that happened to you. That's why this is being played. And again, I'm told you already played it on members only. You already played it on your streams. So, fine. But play the whole thing.
I've got enough information, just our conversation, I can make some notes. So let me get back to the police department, and I'll start looking into what reports have been filed and see if I can find out what the status is and everything.
Okay. Also, is there any way that you can try to serve her that that protective order? Because we do have court coming up.
And if any of you think with the shit that I was being told that Brooke wouldn't have called CPS on me in a fucking heartbeat, and not only that, had everybody else call CPS on me, you're fucking blind. She had people call CPS on me because my daughter asked what I was going to make later that night with potatoes. That was fucking it. And she had CPS called on me 3 fucking times. Whether she did it herself, which I have screenshots of her telling someone, I wish you would just call CPS on that bitch right now. You were begging people to do it on your behalf. I have the fucking proof. I've never done that. I've never said that.
Soon.
Right. That's going to be I don't know where that's not only a police officer's job.
Just couldn't let me walk away. Had to keep lying.
Civil papers being served. So I'm not sure what the status is on that. Did you speak with someone from Hardin County crime victims?
No.
Anytime? No? Usually they're the ones that would submit all that.
Well, it was done in my state because I moved to Tennessee to get away from Brooke, and my state is the one that.
I moved to Tennessee to get away from a few people and for a few reasons, not just all Brooke, but Brooke was a big fucking part of it, considering she was constantly putting out my address on the fucking internet and get it to anybody who fucking wanted it. Yeah, she's a big fucking part of why I fucking moved. But God fucking forbid she let me leave the fuck, go away. No. She got the information from Amy, who got it from my son when I fucking moved and where I fucking moved. She could have just fucking stopped. And I had been missing for months at this point. But no. She had put it out as soon as she fucking could. And again, offering to pay people multiple times to put up flyers in my area to fuck with me and my daughter where we're living now and put our lives in danger where we're at now. You're the one that did the fucking welfare check to my fucking house because Sam come on a live stream, said how he had thoughts and he already sought treatment from his doctor. He already talked to his therapist about it, and he'd already started medication to deal with his ideations he was having. But you called cops to my door at 3 in the fucking morning on a school night to beat on my fucking door when he already said he already sought help and he wasn't going to do anything. Fuck all the way off. Again, the audacity.
That gave us the court orders and stuff, and they gave it to the Secretary of State who was supposed to send it to the police department.
This obviously has nothing to do with what you're worried about, but I'm going to play it all so you have no questions or think there's something I'm leaving out.
And like I said, that was at the beginning of March when that was done.
Yeah, I don't have any knowledge of that. I can, like I said, I can start looking into what paperwork's been filed here and see if I can get some information to follow statuses on that.
Am I able to send y'all the protective order via email and you could like print it out and serve it, or no?
Like I said, I don't have the means to serve paper. That's not within our job.
Okay.
It's on state, it's just the constable's office, and it may possibly be there already. But you can always.
It's just crazy how y'all want to give Patsy for all the fuck shit she's done to me and my family. Again, even getting the body cam from Napa Valley girl of my brother-in-law being found dead by my sister, and she was threatening to play that shit, and y'all want to give her passes? Are you fucking kidding me? She literally wanted to show the dead body of someone in my family for her benefit because she didn't like me. Get the fuck out of here with your hypocrisy. Get honestly. Anybody who sits there and says that she didn't do nothing to deserve any of that shit. She didn't do nothing to deserve most of the shit. But even about the lawyer thing, Brooke, you're the one that doxed his HIPAA. You're the one that violated HIPAA. You're the one that gave it to a group chat full of 10 fucking women and it had the names of people in it about your client and what the nurse did or what the nurse didn't do, Nurse Larry or whatever. You're the one the reason that's out there all over fucking YouTube. You're the one that everybody on YouTube knows about the case. So you need to take some accountability in your own shit.
Whoever you talked to originally in reference to getting that protective order out, they should be able to take his status.
Well, the person I talked to originally was my county, and all they said is they sent it to the Secretary of State to send to the police department. So that's the only information they had, and that they can't give me a judgment until she's served.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't have access to that information. That would be a civil process. Like I said, my best bet, let me take a little time to see what reports we have and if there's any documentation on that.
Okay.
I don't know what we would have, but like I said, normally a paper like that wouldn't come to the police department for hospital serve. It would go to a constable's office and within her jurisdiction or wherever she lives, you know. So I'm not sure about that, Kelly.
Okay.
I'll try to look into it. In the meantime, is there a number you can reach that? See what I can find out. Maybe give you a phone call back.
Well, I have this number, but it won't let me answer a call most of the time because if I'm on a different app, it will not let me answer it. So I could give you an email and you could be like, hey, can you call me back? And I could call that way.
That's a good email.
It's
Just to let you know, I never heard from him again. We never had any interaction after this. So, and this was back in March. So again, the phone call that happened to CPS that happened months later would not have come from this. And again, we left on the note of it's the mom and the daughter's responsibility to make calls CPS if they're truly worried.
hella
Okay. It'll be a little bit before I get back to the PD, but
no
I'll
problem.
look into that.
But you keep fucking lying and saying I made up everything I fucking said in that phone call, this phone call, and I will put out the rest of the shit your mom said. Stop fucking lying on me. Everything I said in this, your mom said verbatim. You're lucky I didn't say every fucking thing she said because, again, it went on for 2 hours. I maybe mentioned, 4 or 5 things that she told me?
See what paperwork's on file with us. See if I can find out what the status is. We'll go from there.
Okay. Thank you so much. All right.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So, like I said, he had no knowledge of Chris and your husband sharing a bed. The only possible 4 would be me. Was not me. Again, the whole reason me calling the detective or the sergeant was to get around having to call CPS. I just didn't want to be held responsible, or I wouldn't even called him. And they had me convinced I could go to jail. Because if your son did something and he's got mental health issues and hearing voice and stuff, and he shot.
And Geneva, it's a fuck you forever if you do not admit that you and her both pounded it into me that I would go to prison if something happened and he got a gun and did something to the school, himself, or his parents. You both are the ones that forced me, didn't force me, obviously, but made me believe it. You both know I said, no, I'm not calling CPS. 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 It's the mom's job. It's the mom's job. It's the mom's job. And then y'all just kept on and kept on and kept on. And you both thought there was something sexual possibly happened between her and her son with what the mom said about, isn't it weird they share the bed? That was it. And I said, I don't find it that weird. And you both know I fucking said, I don't find it that weird. You two both fucking did. So until you could clear up your shit and admit that you both fucking did that, don't fucking reach out to me.
Shot at the school or shot himself or shot you guys, I would be facing prison. That is literally what they said. But now you know it was either your mom, Amber, or Geneva. I do not think it was your mom. I honestly don't. I do think it was those two because your mom didn't even say something sexual was going on. She just said, "Isn't that weird that they always share the same bed?" And the first time when we were listening to that recording, and we at the end we were discussing it, us three, they're like, "That's so crazy. They share the bed." I was like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "That's what the mom said. She said that Jason and Chris share the bed together." I said, "I don't remember her saying that." She goes, "They did. Go back and listen to it." I said, "No, I don't really care." I was like, "I mean, it's kind of weird, but it's not that. Compared to everything else, it's nothing." And then in the multiple conversations afterwards, they kept harping on it, that it was weird and something was off about that. And there might be more going on at home. That's the fucking truth. Anyways, now you have that.
So again, I spent 3 fucking hours just to get her that. And what did it get me? Her playing bits and pieces on a live stream still continued to spread the narrative that I'm behind everything and I knew everything about Geneva and Amber. It's so fucking funny. You're so pissed off at all the shit Amber and Geneva did and kept me in the dark and lied to my fucking faces for the past 2 years with Geneva, for that since January with Amber C. They both fucking lied in my face about they weren't involved in any of it. They just wanted their families left alone. But you continue to believe them and have their back, and you just want so bad for it to be true that I'm the culprit of everything. I'm not, bitch. They both had their own fucking issues with you. They did. Amber C was pissed off that you were possibly talking to her husband and the lawyer tied to her husband. That's the fucking truth. Anyways, keep lying on my name and keep saying I made up that shit. I will put out the phone call and everybody hear exactly what she fucking said because that's the truth. Or let me fucking leave like I said. Stop adding shit that I didn't fucking admit to because I admitted to everything I fucking did. You're going to either let me go or you're going to keep me in the fucking mix. It's so funny. Y'all say how horrible I am, but this bitch is up here on my panel begging me to stay when I'm just trying to fucking leave. And I've left and I've been gone since my son in the video started because thanks to Brooke's bitch ass. Again, Brooke, if you weren't involved with Amy and Keaton, my son's videos would have never fucking happened. He's already admitted he lied about all of it. He was just trying to get me chased off the internet. He didn't want me to deal with the stress, everything going on. And that's the fucking truth. But again, it doesn't matter. It happened. But you continue to play that shit. You don't ever play the video where he's saying otherwise, though, do you? No, you fucking don't. You only play the bad shit. Wouldn't have ever happened if you weren't involved with Keaton and Amy. Wouldn't have ever happened if you weren't feeding shit to Amy to give her to get to my son. Tell Lance his mom said this. Tell Lance his mom said that. You were constantly fucking doing that. But again, I'm supposed to give you the phone call and spend 6 hours plus of my time to give you that phone call because it's on my phone. It's not on my computer. I'm supposed to spend all that time doing that when I barely get time to eat or rest these days while you continue that shit, while you say you're still going to talk to them, while you continue to spread your fucking lies about me, and when you're not going to give me any of the shit you fucking did, are you? So again, fuck all the way off with your bullshit.